So, I want to talk to you guys today about the power of saying no. So, we often think about how we would like for our business to look, and we think about all the things that we would love to say yes to. We would love to say yes to more clients. We would love to say yes to working less hours, but we often forget that it's really important and really empowering to say no. So, some ways that I see my clients show up when they are not saying no, and I've definitely done this myself. So, hand raised and guilty, is saying yes to all the clients. And this isn't the best thing because we often do this out of fear. Like, we don't want to say no because we feel like we're turning away money. We also do this with services. So, those particular clients we're saying yes to, but we're also saying yes to clients when they ask us to do things that maybe we really don't want to do. And as creative people, as entrepreneurs, we're self-started, we're gung-ho, we're showing up in a place where we want to serve people. So we're going to take every opportunity to do that until we realize that always taking the opportunity is not actually serving them best. So this is where the power of no really comes into play because when you say no more often, then you're actually creating room to say yes to the things that you really want. So if you can kind of change your thinking and think about it like that, like I'm saying no to this client because I know and I'm certain that there is another ideal client for me that I can say yes to, but only when I say no. Now, starting off in your business, it is really hard to say no, right? And a lot of that is because of scarcity, because like we don't want to say no to money. And we kind of think about money like this thing where if we say no once, money's never going to come back. Money's going to be like, oh, I guess you don't want me. See ya. But it doesn't really work that way. And I also think that, being like a side creative and Gunko and a self starter, it's like we try all of these different things and we're good at figuring stuff out, right? We buy into like whatever it is, we will figure it out. And so that in combination with really wanting to make sure that we are showing up and serving people, we will just often say yes. And in a lot of ways, this is actually wonderful. So even though I'm telling you, the power of saying no, it's wonderful because I really believe that it's part of the growth experience, no matter what you do. If you're going through a pivot, if you're starting your business, if you're taking your side hustle full time, this is something that you have to go through so that you can figure out exactly what you need to say yes to and what you need to say no to. And it's kind of like puberty. Nobody wants to go through puberty. It's not a fantastic experience. It's awkward. It brings up a lot of feelings. It's not great, but we all have to go through it. But the catch is you don't have to stay there forever. So I see people in this phase for years. And I also see people run through this phase really quickly, especially when they've already had a business because they understand it. And it's like, okay, this is the time where I'm going to try a bunch of things. I'm not going to make it mean anything that it doesn't mean. And it's not personal. It doesn't mean anything about me. I'm just going to approach this with creativity and openness and say, like, do I want to do this? Let's try it out. Do I not like this? Do I like it? And it's really a thing, a period of trying things and being able to quickly assess and know this is what I should say yes to. These are the things that I definitely want to say no to. So the clients that I see growing their businesses really fast, they just speed through this period. So it's not unavoidable, but you can definitely get stuck here for a really long time, or you can speed through this. And this usually comes from experience and being really great at self filtering or having support so that you have somebody that's helping you get through this period even faster. So that is one way that I see people with the yes versus no and how empowering it is to start to say no, because when we do that, we have more room for yes. So if you are niching in, that means that you are saying no to certain services, certain clients, and you are saying yes to creating space for more of those clients. Now, another interesting way that I see people not exercising the power of no is that let's be honest, there's so many wonderful things about having your own business. And the key one is being able to say no, right? Being able to say no so that you can say yes to more of the things that you really want. For me, switching from my corporate job, I used to be an art director at a Fortune 100. It was saying no to a very long commute. It was saying no to feeling tired all the time and like I wasn't able to be with my family and be the kind of mom I wanted to be. And it was saying no to working in a predominantly male corporation where I felt like I had to be somebody different, where I had to put on a mask and present myself in a way that me being a woman wasn't going to count against me. And it was definitely a no to working for someone who came in my office and commented on my quote, fuck me heels. It was saying no to that. You can tell I get a little bit fired up every time I think about it because I don't think anybody should have to say yes to that. Nobody should have to say yes to that. And I just want to remind you that you never have to be afraid that, oh, I'm going to have this service and that means I'm going to have to work with these people. Or, oh, if I do this thing on my website or I offer this or I don't do this, I'm going to have to. You don't have to do anything. You have the right to say no at any time for no reason. You don't have to have a reason. If you only want to work with women, work with women. If you only want to work with people that do products, work with those people. And at any time when you are in a call, just remember that not only are they trying to see if you're the right fit for them, but you're trying to see if they're the right fit for you. And it doesn't do anybody a service, right? So we're here to be of service, but you're not serving anybody if you say yes to someone who is not a good fit for you. You have the right at any time to say no, to say, hey, I don't think that we're a good fit. Let me recommend somebody who's better suited to the goals that you have right now. Or, hey, I don't think that coaching is right for you right now. I think that you need to do this, this, and this first, and then let's come back and work together. That's okay because if you're truly here to be of service, a lot of being of service is knowing when to say yes and knowing when to say no. Another good reminder of that is when you think about our current climate with, all the things that are going on in the world. If you need to take a break and take care of yourself and pull some of your energy back in, you can say yes to that. If you don't feel like being online and you need that time and that space, freaking take it. Like, it's your business. You can do whatever you want. We're not speaking on a massive public platform here. Like, every little thing we do is not going to make or break us, right? If you decide to get off social media for a week and take care of yourself and figure out how you want to proceed and move forward and you need time to heal or whatever it is, do that because it's not going to break your business. It's really not. And you're here to be able to say yes and to be able to say no. When we talk about diversity and inclusion, that is your choice. You choose every day. You choose who you work with, and you can be more intentional about that. It's your business. If you want to make sure that you're being more diverse and being more inclusive, then work with people who have a different background than you, that have different stories. If you have a platform like a podcast, like I do, make sure that you are intentionally bringing in different voices, different stories, different backgrounds, different cultures. It goes beyond what we just see on the outside, but if it's important to you, then make your business show that. It's your choice. It's your choice every day. You get to say yes and you get to say no. So just never forget that there is a lot of power in that, but it's also going to put you on the path for the things you want. So whether that's having more time in your day, whether it's having more clients, doing more specific work that you really love to do, whether it's making sure that you're showing up in the world as a business owner who has their doors open to everybody, that's totally up to you. So this week, I just want to encourage you to use your power and say no to the things that you need to say no to, and yes to the things that you need to say yes to.